This guy was just saying, he said that it's not if, but when the America will split up maybe 4 or 5 places in no time moving forward. Because according to him, he said that the situation is getting worse and it's going to get even more worse moving forward. When the major stakeholders, not just mere random individual, people who are stakeholders in the country are calling for violence because it's right versus left, you know. So obviously it's going to happen, but that is the right way. The right way to go is, in fact, even make reference of referendum, that maybe that might just have to be the first thing they will look into, that to know how many people will want to continue to be in one country and say to maintain this one country called United. That's what he was saying. So according to him, he said he doubts 100% that if that happens, that more people will vote to leave because it's not working anymore. It's giving them a headache. By everywhere. By. Some people say they want gun. Some say they don't want gun. Some people say they want Christianity. Some say no, that they are not Christian. They are liberal, or they are non. Yeah. So you see that when you begin to have these problems, it only degenerates. It only increases over time. So it's not something you can solve it, because when people are like evenly divided, then there's no point to continue. Like in Nigeria today, you can almost say that about 3 to 4 different division or region, or, because there's no commonality at all. Absolutely not. You can't even, it's even gotten to a point now you can't even say north-south anymore in Nigeria, because when you talk about the south, you're talking majorly the Biafra and Oduduwa, but we also don't have commonality, because the level of hate that we see every day is it's even more unfortunate, because it's getting, if it was decreasing, no, it's not, it's increasing every day.
The presence of Tinubu is double, triple.
Exactly. The coming of Tinubu has brought out the worst in the people, and he's the one behind the scene. Him and his Lagos boys or gang, whatever it is, I'm sure that behind the scene they are giving the oxygen that they can just do anything under him, and they will get away with it. They will not be held to account. They will not be reminded. Just like, more or less, like what we saw during Buhari. Also, when the Fulanis were like untouchable, they could just carry AK-47, run rampage everywhere. Nobody can touch them because Buhari is there. And Buhari is gone. Tinubu came. We are seeing the same thing. That somebody you can be. Look at it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. People whom he appoints or who have appointment under his government, they can just say anything, they can just do anything, and you will not hold them to account. They just turn a blind eyes. So obviously, when things are going on like this, the best way is let them have their nation. Everybody, the Oduduwa is over 60 to 70 million. Biafra is over 70 million too. So the North. So it's the best thing. People just have their regions. I keep saying it. There are nations in Europe here and some other places, even in Asia, even this Nepal that is having this uprising. These are countries that break away from India. First was Pakistan. And the British created them all, forcefully amalgamated them all, but they keep buying one another, continuously buying one another, war upon war upon war. So eventually, Pakistan break away from India. And from Pakistan, Nepal break away too, Yes. So obviously, if people are just clustered like this, then you have to do the right thing, get yourself out of the whole thing, and manage yourself the way it seems fit for you and your lives. But for us, okay, it's unfortunate because for us was orchestrated by the Western world too, because over the years they were able to groom people that they call our political leaders, political elite. These are people that was groomed, properly chosen, And under situation, they made them to know that you are going to have this position, but this is what you must do. This is what you must not do. The likes of Uzodinma, these are guys who agreed to it, and it was given to them. And the rest of them, one way or the other. That is why they will come out and say something. But saying something is one thing, doing it is another. Like Uzodinma came out the other day to talk about oil resources, that he will do this, he will do that. But it's just mere word, playing to the gallery. They're not gonna implement nothing. The other one said that the seaport, he doesn't have sufficient money to do it. They're all playing to the gallery. They are all deceiving the people. In actuality, they are just doing what they were put there to do. So this is one thing our people must get, into their head, that all of them, none of them, even the National Assembly, our politicians, they've been there decade after decade, but none of them stand up to do the right thing. They don't. You ask yourself, how is it possible that they can be there? They are Barry Base, and many of them, they are there in the National Assembly, but they will not say, why is this happening? Why is that happening? Is that too much to ask? It's not, but because that is the condition in which they were put in that position. So, Odiego, my brother.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my brother. It's a very huge concern. It's a very huge concern what is going on. When you see what is going on in the Zoological Republic and the way things are going, there is no other choice or no other way we can be able to treat these issues except getting out of the zoo. Because it cannot work. It cannot work. Just like you are giving the example of United States. United States, they think that they are the only ones that can be able to split countries. We were here when Russia broke into pieces. Russia was used to be the USSR.
Yep.
USSR broke into pieces, and they thought that maybe it's only US that can be able to be stepped together. Definitely, they are going to face the same fate, because even they have not been in the way they operate. There have been a lot of injustice in their modus operandi. A lot of injustice. They've not been outspoken when it comes to injustice against other people, and most times you see them supporting injustice against the people that are being persecuted. So it will get to everybody. It will get to everybody. Including the UK. UK is going to split into pieces that that name will be obliterated.
Yeah.
If they're not careful, because Mazi and Nnamdi can also warn them about that, and they never listen. The case of US is gonna happen. It's gonna happen. US cannot remain the so-called United States of America. It will not remain in that same way. The same thing that happened to USSR will happen to them. And it is coming very, very fast. It's coming very fast.
Yeah.
So when we asking for our own freedom, for us to be whom we are, and they think we are asking for too much. In our own case, is that from the beginning, from the onset, there has never been any unity. There was no consent in the unification. There was no consent in the amalgamation. There was no consent of anybody.
Exactly.
Even the people they are calling their so-called founding father didn't found anything. They were not even part. They were not even aware when all these discussions were made.
You mean in the zoo?
In the zoo, the people they are regarding as
there's nothing like.
I don't know what they found for them. I can't understand.
There is deception. They are lying to themselves. There's nothing like founding father, because they did not. No, neither Awolowo nor Azikiwe nor Tafa or whoever it is. They did not found it. They did not create the country.
Nothing. They didn't found Nigeria.
It was imposed. Yeah, it was imposed on them. They have no choice but to just fall in line. That is what it's all about. I saw also last week. I think it was either Friday. I saw it. One Yoruba woman. They said that she was the one that freed but she's Yoruba. Freed Nnamdi Kanu, former judge or justice. Well, I'm trying to remember the name. I don't. So she was just making this statement about that. For me, I don't pay attention, because they are all lying to themselves. They know the truth. That's why I said they're lying to themselves, because if you know the truth, you know the problem, and you know the solution, but you continue to pretend, right? And you are coming to tell us grammar when you are just pretending. This woman knows that it's not going to work. It's not one country. So how do you think that it's going to work? The only solution is everybody go their separate way and manage yourself the way you can. That is it. So, but he's coming to say that if we are not ready to do this, okay, whether make them divide the. What do you mean with that? It's not. But the thing is, you know what the problem is. You know what the problem is. But they were all there, all of them from A to Z. They were there when a guy whom the Western world have debt on, they have a debt on him because of his criminality. They have his criminal record, and he has through criminality acquires unimaginable amount of wealth, and he uses to buy everything, buy the judiciary, buy the political system, judges, everything. And when this election was going on, everything, nobody could ask him question, even to come and have a debate with other candidate, other presidential candidate. He doesn't care. He say, just tell you that it's my turn, Emiloko. And that is just the. So they all sat there, all of them were there, and he just, kidnap the power, just snatch it. And today, when they come out, they lie, and they will never say the truth. They will never say the right thing. And it's just a bunch of criminal people who are deceiving themselves. They think they are deceiving people. How do you think that anything good is going to come out of Tinubu? It's more chaos. From now to that 2027, they will see something that their eyes cannot even believe.
Never see anything. Never see anything.
Nothing good can come.
When they look this way, I go just they laugh. And a chairman of Agboro chairman.
A guy who has been a criminal all his life. You cannot sow cassava and expect to get yam. It's impossible. So, and you cannot give what you cannot give what you don't have. Every day, kidnap here, kidnap there. They kidnap in former. I'm trying to remember what the former governor they just kidnapped recently. I think I saw it on your program this morning when I put on my.
They kidnapped a lawmaker in Imo State also.
Oh, it's a lawmaker. Okay, you see. So these things is going to get worse. Is absolutely going to get worse moving forward because they all lying to themselves. They are lying to themselves. There is only one solution to the whole problem bewildering the whole country. That is that either give the entire people referendum so people who want to go can go. Those who want to stay can stay. Or you just come out and say, okay, Biafra, you've been on this. A war has been fought about it. Millions gone over it. So you can, have your nation. Oduduwa, they've been agitating too, So you can have the Nairewa can now continue. If I don't know if they want to keep the name or maintain Nigeria, they can continue that. Simple as that, But because they have a nation somewhere, British, who is, behind the scene, trying to sabotage every effort to make that happen because of their own interests. And meanwhile, they are also disintegrating. Surely by, you look at France too. France, their own wahala say maybe the economy is going to collapse, and
all of them will get their own cup of tea.
So, what a man sow, that he shall reap. What do you do, my brother?
It's so pathetic, my brother. All these things we are saying, just as we always say, we are not against anybody having a caliphate. We are not against anybody having their monarchical system.
Yeah.
Likewise, we're not against people who want to operate in other systems they want to operate. But let it be with the people that agreed on it.
Yeah.
As we all know, the northern people, they call northerners, they are very comfortable with Sharia. They are already practicing it. They are already practicing the caliphate. They already enjoyed it. You didn't see the news that came from a Sahara reporter. You see the way they are having meeting with terrorists, negotiating, having peaceful meeting with their terrorists. People that went to the mosque and took innocent lives. All of a sudden, they are holding meeting with them, a peace talk.
Yeah,
they don't have any problem with that. And likewise, we don't have problem. But let it be with the people that want it. Go there, allow them to operate on that level they want to operate. That is all we're asking. Why is it that the world is silent and they are bent on forcing out? More especially people that are part of the European Union.
Yeah.
European Union that claim that they are protecting humanity, they are protecting human rights. And you are forcing people against their will to be under something that they don't want to be part of.
Because
up to the extent of criminalizing
people who want to be free.
Huh?
Yeah.
Criminalizing self-determination and jailing a human rights activist.
Yeah.
And you are part of the European Union. Tomorrow you come and you preach. No wonder some of them are burning the flag of the European Union.
Yeah. Because for them, in the midst of this acrimony, in the midst of this divisiveness and confusion going on, like in the zoo and some other places, that's where they're benefiting from the natural resources of these countries. Because when how the China Achebe say it, the center cannot hold. When that is from this literature. So obviously that is for them. That is all they care about. They don't care about the writing. They don't care about humanity. That is a fact.
They don't care.
Because like we were saying, even this terrorism that is majorly in the north, if they have their own Sharia, I can guarantee you that they will. If you begin to poke nose or intrude into their business, well, now that one are your own headache. Because if they have their own Arewa, Sharia will be not only legalized, normalized, it will become a part of life for them there. So
exactly.
none of them is going to oppose it because that is what they've chosen. Now, those who say they are Christian,
they have chosen it, even as we are together today, that they are already practicing it.
So those among them who say that they are Christian, they cannot live by Sharia, they will leave. It's as simple as that. They come down to the southern part or wherever. So this is how I look at it. That is just my opinion. And then when you have Oduduwa too, for example, because Oduduwa, I don't know if he split down the middle between the Muslim and the Christian, stuff like that, or whatever. They can peacefully have a referendum on stuff, on issue. That's how it goes. Do they want Sharia or they don't want Sharia? Do they want secular or they don't want secular system? They can put it on referendum. That's how it goes. So those who are not okay with it, either they because majority always carry the vote. So either you put up or you leave. You find somewhere that is the only way you can bring peace. But this multicultural bull crap, this ethnic combination of it's not working. It's destroying the entire planet. It's destroying entire humanity. Because that is not how human being is wired. We are talking about, but look at what is happening among themselves. The level of hatred and political bitterness among them, you can't even imagine when they are ready to put bullet on their head because of political differences, because of ideological differences. So it's a serious thing. But the globalists, that is it's like a pay project, and we know why. But we shall see how it goes at the end of the day.
Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you for that very, very, very contribution you just made. A lot is going on in Nigeria, and no sensible person will continue to claim to be part of Nigeria, no matter how it is. You can imagine in a country where I think you saw the news that broke out some time ago about a dead body that was found in the House of Assembly.
Oh, yeah.
A decomposing body. You can imagine to see such kind of a thing in the most secured place in Nigeria. Somebody died in the vehicle, was there for days, decomposed and oozing before they ever recovered the body. Knew that something such happened. And meanwhile, these are people that are supposed to protect you.
Yeah.
These are the people that some of you are hoping that they will come and protect you. They will stop the terrorism. They are going to secure you, make yourself. They can't even secure themselves. They can't even protect their own environment. There was last time again, another video came out from the north. A senator in the north, in his house was discovered the bandit operation center. That is where they saw he's one that supplies them with all the motorbike they are using. And when they get the money for ransom, they will come there and they share the money.
You see?
Take their own part, and the man will take his own part. Inside the man's house, they still have a hospital where he trained them. The ones that got injured, where he takes care of them. A senator.
Is it?
Only in Nigeria. And this is happening in northern part of Nigeria.
Yeah. And the government knows.
They know very well. And when this happens, you will not hear an outrage. You will not even hear in their media.
Yeah.
They will just be very sketchy. But you go to Biafra land, they are busy attacking Biafra. Look at this. And why this issue of Biafra is more disturbing that some of people who are in the front line or even attacking the Biafran people are even our own fellow Biafrans.
Yeah.
Look at this criminal in Lagos State. This man is the one that championed the attack against the Biafrans that you are seeing today, Joey Bokwe. Joey Bokwe is the one responsible for the attack the Igbos are getting in Lagos State today. He was in the front line.
And he will not speak up. He will not speak up now.
He was the one that first of all attacked and said that the Igbos don't have any right to make any decision when it comes to voting in Lagos. That they either vote for the choice of the Yoruba people or they shouldn't vote at all. Imagine. An Igbo man. And when he made this comment, Ohanes and Igbo did not say anything. No. They kept silent. The politicians kept silent. Recently, just that Barrister Aloy Ejimako tweeted on the Nepal issue, what has happened in Nepal, how the people can be able to take over their governance into their own hand. This Joey Bokwe came out and attacked him. Joey Bokwe came out and attacked him and began to tell him in Southeast, there are crises everywhere, insecurity everywhere, there are different groups everywhere. Why don't you raise the youths to go and fight it? You can imagine. But you know that people like this Joey Bokwe, they know that, like the saying goes, well, Bible, Fichike. So he's not going back there. Joey Bokwe know that he has, there are some of these guys, they can't go back anymore. He will live there and die there. Because these are people who they've sold so much of their safes, they're not going back. So obviously, people like Joey Bokwe and so many others, he's one who came one time to say that you have to kill the tribes to create a nation. So that is words that doesn't even make any sense. Any sense at all. I mean, so people have, in other words, you are trying to say that people who are Yoruba should no longer be Yorubas, or people who are Igbo, or people who have from the beginning of time, they've been culturally is whom they are. They should abandon that. It's not even in Africa, even around the world. You can see that it's not working anywhere. There's nowhere it's working because people are what they are or whom they are. You can't stop that. The only thing is you stand up and do the right thing. You have to be able to put things in perspective. But for him, he came to Lagos there. Okay, he's there in Lagos. You want to create one country. But you people you have seen what the Yorubas are doing in their place because they don't even buy your idea. The Yorubas that they give you job to clean gutter, whatever it is, you think that is the end of life. You think that is the beginning. Shameless human being. And he's there. They are doing everything they are doing to Igbo. He will not speak up. He will not speak up. Okay, this woman who called Igbo monkeys, is he not in Igbo? So how does it, or he thinks they never hear that thing? He had it. No, maybe the woman, maybe she said minus Joey Bokwe.
But because he has been so bastardized, so destroyed, he can't even speak up. He will close his ear when him and his people are being, so.
Go ahead, my brother.
Yeah. So people like this, we just say it for just the mess saying it, but we already know that those ones are gone. I'm telling you. And as long as God, as long as those ones are gone. There's no way back. The Udele, ones like that, who have turned against their people every day, they are proclaiming destruction upon their. No, they are gone. They are gone. And no matter how long it takes, no matter what it takes, those ones who have signed, to join in the destruction of Ndibo, they will never, nothing. So they will, forever they will be where they are. And So that is the situation, my brother. What do you?
Thank you so much, my brother. Before we end up the program, let's get to this message of our Prime Minister that he gave, one of the powerful message he gave on the issue of sit at home. Let me see and get that message so that we can be able to listen to it, also to encourage us, and for those who are still having one doubt or the other in their minds, to know that the cause we are pursuing and what we are saying is not just that we sat down and make up words. These are realities of today that we must have to take and go with it.
Simon, don't give up. You people don't even. The reason why I'm doing this. The Biafra government in exile is because we control Biafra territory today. Now you know. We control Biafra territory. I want you to understand the reason why we insisted on the sit at home. I want you, because you know, in fact, I want to give you people expo today. I want to give you expo. There are some things I don't want to say yet. But let me tell you that we have templates to get Biafra. We have templates. So when they tell you what is your roadmap, we have the roadmap. And let me tell you one of the most important roadmap. One of the most important roadmap of the autopilot IPOB under leadership of Mazi and Kanu to get Biafra is to unite every genuine agitating group. We have done that. Another roadmap of how to get Biafra, because there are things I will not tell you, but let me just give you some few examples. Another roadmap to get Biafra, when they're asking you, is to bring what this different group have done, bring it together, harmonize it, push it there. Let me stop here. Because it is called brain game. Okay? Because IPOB cannot do everything by themselves. So there is something they are good. There are something they have other people don't have. There are something other people have that this one don't have. You see the brain there. So everybody is fighting for the same thing. So what do? Bring them together. Harmonize it. So, like I said, there are things I don't want to say. So now let me tell you. The reason why, because we have focus and our eyes is on the ball. So the reason why we insisted on sit at home, civil disobedience, is to make sure we establish the fact that we control Biafra. Are you getting the point? So one step, the most important step, is that the government of Biafra in exile control the territory of Biafra. Very, very important. Or at least control a very significant part of the Biafra territory. And we have proven that. And we continue to prove it through our civil disobedience sit-at-home order. So when we are telling you something, you listen and follow us. So when you see that we started, supporting this particular civil disobedience sit-at-home, promoting it, I told you I was, that what we are trying to do is that we are training you for something that is to come. And because the reason why I want to make this thing a little bit open is for those who still think that we are joking. Because it is too late now. It is late for this thing not to work out. it is late for you to fight against Biafra rising up and getting independent next day. I am telling you the fact. So if we had, if we had exposed the reason why you must, adhere to this sit at home, the government will do everything like they have been doing. They fought it. They say you are destroying Southeast. They say economy is dying. They say government is this. They say government is that. Oh, stop sit at home. You know why they are fighting the sit at home. The reason why they are fighting sit at home is not because of the economy. They never care for you. It's not because you are dying. They never care for you. These people don't like you. If they like you, they would build a hospital. If Peter Obi like you, Peter Obi will not put money in his bank and let it multiply. Peter Obi would have used Anambra money to build a hospital for you. Peter Obi will use Anambra money to build schools for you. Peter Obi will use Anambra money to build infrastructure that will look after your welfare and your well-being. Peter Obi will not put money in the bank to multiply. And the same thing is applicable to everybody. And today, Peter Obi is coming out to tell you the reason you are going to vote him as a Nigerian president is because he used the money meant for the development of Anambra to support his own banking business. And because of your brain is not working, you buy that idea. So let me tell you, my people, for us to activate this Biafra government in exile, and for the government in exile to be recognized somehow, to have, to be recognized internationally, to go into diplomatic move, into treaties, you must have a considerable control over the territory of Biafra. Do you see it? So now, the government in exile being activated from 2 days ago, and we are now in one platform, means that the government in exile controls the Biafra territory. We will call sit at home, they're going to sit at home. We will call for something, it's going to happen. We'll come to have something, is going to happen. That is what I am showing you now, because what you don't know is bigger than you. Oh, God, man, thank you very much. Boza. Very, very soon. We'll come out soon.
You have heard our Prime Minister explain the importance of sit at home, why it is necessary we must continue to hold on to it, the achievement we have made through it, and innumerable success we have made through that very sit at home. That is why I replay this. Sometimes if we continue to explain it and explain, some people think maybe we are saying too much or we don't know what we are talking about. That is why most of the time we refer to those who laid the foundation, and they will tell you why they did what they did and how we got to where we are. We will continue to sit at home and to express our views. Wherever you are in Biafra land, continue to sit at home the best way you can. It is not enforced. Everybody is doing it according to their will. If you feel you don't want to sit at home, that is your choice. Nobody is going to force you against your will. Nobody is going to attack you and say why you did this or why you did that. None of us is going to stand against you. But for those who have made up their mind to sit at home, you don't have to disturb them. You don't have to be an obstacle. We thank Chukwu that after so many years, Biafrans are still sitting at home, making sure that their voice is being heard. It is one of the ways that the world knows how serious we are. It is one of the things that shows the unity among us as Biafrans. It is one of the things that shows our resistance to the Nigerian government. And it's something that we must hold on to. Just like I told somebody who came to distract this morning, that if you have a superior argument, if you have something better to present to us, a means through which we can air our opinion to the world and to the zoo to make them hear us. If you have another system, please bring it on. We want to hear it. If you have a superior argument why we must stop sit at home, Bring it on. We are ready to listen. Nobody is the master of knowledge. We are looking for better alternative. If you have a better alternative than sit at home, please present it. But if you don't have any, stay away if you don't want to be part of it, and allow those who want to be part of it to continue. We will continue to sit at home until we are free. No amount of your propaganda, blackmail, will stop us from doing what we know is working for us. And before you will remove something that is working, you must replace it with something else that we can see. Like those of you that are playing down the sit at home, you know yourself, you are playing it down. If you are tired, step out and allow people who are ready to do things to continue. It is not by force. If you are tired, step away. But don't be a stumbling block. Don't be a hindrance to it. Don't play the sit at home down. It is doing a great work to us. We have seen the achievement made through sit at home. It is not something that we play with. It is not something that we joke with. We will continue to support it and promote it for as long as we continue to be in this zoological republic. We will never stop talking about the sit at home. We will never stop supporting the sit at home. And I appreciate every Biafran in Biafran land today that is making sure that the sit at home continues against all odds, against all the propaganda, all the blackmail, right, left, and center from all angles. Our people are doing what they need to do. May Chukwu Okike continue to guide and protect every Biafran in Biafran land that have continued to say that the legacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not be taken away. The legacy of Mazi Simon Ekpa will not be thrown away. Wherever you are and you are playing your own part, I pray that Chukwu Okike will guide and protect you, and all of us, every single one of us, we get into Biafra and we witness Biafra. Sacrificing one day is not too much a sacrifice for your freedom. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in solitary confinement. He's sitting at home every blessed day. And we don't know when it's going to end. So you sacrificing only one day. There is no business you missed on Monday that you cannot do on Tuesday. If your customers have seen that you don't have a program on Monday, Tuesday they will be there to do the business. So what does it take from you? The only people that are pushing this blackmail of propaganda of, oh, you are hungry, some people like that guy wrote that there's a lot of hunger in Biafra, and I asked him, what of the hunger that have been there before sit at home started? Who caused it? Did the hunger start today? And I wonder when that person that wrote it was born. I wonder when maybe the person was born when we started this at home 5 years ago or 4 years ago. But if you are of age, if you're of 18 years old, you started seeing hunger, terrible hunger even before now. The government will tell you they are losing money. The money they have been getting before, what did they do with it? Those who they lose money. The ones they have been making before, billions they've been making every Monday. What are they doing with it? What have they done with it? Has your situation changed? So don't listen to all this blackmail and propaganda. We know that times are hard, things are difficult, but sit at home is not the cause of the difficulty. Instead, it will be a relief for you. At least to have a moment of reflection and think about yourself. Have a moment of reflection. A moment to at least hear your voice and say, this thing, I don't want it, instead of you dying in silence. Sit at home have more advantage than disadvantage. It doesn't matter how you look at it. And I pray that we understand it and continue to focus on the right path. My beloved brother Christian, please give us your closing remark as we round up on the program and catch up for other items. Hopefully, maybe later in the evening, I'll be back again. Go ahead, my brother Christian.
Okay, Mazi, thank you so much for your consistency. Yeah, we'll continue to do our best. And the sit at home just have to continue. Absolutely must continue, because it's one of the, if not the only, one of the avenue for us to express our disaffection, dislike for what the Nigerian government is doing.
Exactly.
So for about 5 years, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is a representative of entire Biafra people, has been by almost every court set free, but they did not let him go free, while others have been set free. We were here, we saw the Yoruba guys on the Igboho and the rest of them. They've all been set free. They can come into the country and go away. They've been set free. So why should ours be different? Because he's Igbo? Because he talked about freedom of his people? Or it's the same thing that others talked. And there was also violence in that place. So there's no justification for what they are doing. We have to continue because, again, it's the one of the options we have. So thank you so much, Brachus, and we have no choice. We just have to continue to push on. And the USB has also, I've seen the whistle this thing, which I think is good. You know, we don't know much, but I think it's a good thing because these marauders, those who come into community and slaughter people, they always try to do it in a kind of seclusion, isolation. When they see that you have no means of alerting or informing people, they just come, do what they do. The military, they will look away. Sometimes they aid them, they support them. And so obviously, I think that if anything happens to somebody, you start blowing it, that will alert others. So if it's 20 that is going to be destroyed, maybe you save some, maybe it will be less. So that is the situation we find ourselves because the government has refused to do what they're supposed to do. So, Odiego, my dear brother, thank you so much, and God bless you.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother Max, brother Christian. I appreciate you for that wonderful, wonderful, wonderful contribution that you have made today. We have spoken to our people, and I believe that our people are listening. And by the special grace of Chukwu Abiyama, no matter how difficult it is, we will continue to move on. If anybody tells you that the journey to freedom is easy, that is a lie. It is not easy. If anybody tells you that somebody is going to dash you freedom, it doesn't happen anywhere. Every time when we hear about freedom, you can only hear people fought for freedom. You can never hear that people were dashed freedom. You can never hear that people were dashed freedom. Nobody will dash you freedom anyway. The only thing you can hear is that people fought for their freedom and they got it. In all history of where people got themselves, you hear that people fought for freedom. They fought for it. So you must prepare yourself to fight for the freedom of Biafran people. I know Biafran people, we are very peace-loving people. We don't appreciate the death of anybody, either a Biafran or non-Biafran. Biafrans are so peaceful. And that is why what is happening to that is why sometimes they have the confidence. They are capitalizing on our love for humanity.
Yeah.
Our enemies are capitalizing on our love for humanity today to attack us.
100%.
We are not that kind of people. We know, they know that we can't do the kind of things they are doing. I gave an example of what happened during the Civil War. Even in the presence of the pogrom, our eternal leader, Dim Odumogojuku, saw corpses of Biafrans brought from the northern part of Nigeria into Biafra land. And they did that intentionally to provoke us. People who their head were chopped off, pregnant women whom their stomach were cut open, little children who were chopped into pieces. They put them in a train and they sent to Biafra land to provoke us. But in the midst of that provocation, what did our eternal leader do? Our eternal leader went to Amausa, where the northerners are, and he addressed them and told them that he cannot guarantee their safety. They should take every single thing they had up to Broom and go back to the north. That he
Imagine
security.
If we were others, if we are these people, they will slaughter those ones. But we don't. That is not who we are.
There's no choice about it.
Yeah.
If it were them, they will. You see them coming on. You see them coming on national TV to tell you that Hausa people don't Fulanis don't forgive.
Mm-hmm.
If I said it, that they don't forgive, they will always come to retaliate. Governor of Bauchi State said it.
Yeah.
But in our own case, even when they threw that provocation in our face, take innocent life in pogrom, and they put them in trucks, in train, and they send to our land for us to see it and provoke. Yet, our eternal leader, Dim Odumojuku, could hold himself and told them to go, told the northerners who were in Amausa, in Enugu State then, addressed them and told them to go back to their land.
Peacefully.
Not only go back, gave them security. He gave them security to go back to the north. And they all went back to the north successfully. But do you know the tragic that among the military men who, northern officers, northern military men that he sent back peacefully to their place, not touching them, not harming them, who were in Enugu Barrack there, he sent them. These were the same people that came back. They came back to take the life of Nnamdi.
Yeah.
They regrouped and they came back to take his life. So you can see that what we are passing through or what we are going through is not an easy task. It is not going to be easy. They can't make us change who we are. We are peace-loving people. We love life. We love life to it doesn't matter who is involved. We don't appreciate the death of anybody. We don't want anybody to die. And our enemies know this. That is why in Igbo language we call human being Mando, the beauty of life. Mando, the beauty of life. That is how important life is to us. And that is why we don't play with it, we don't joke with it. But why it is important that we get out of view that today they are forcing us to pick up identity that is not ours. It is a very dangerous situation. They are forcing us to pick up an identity that doesn't belong to us by recruiting our fellow Biafrans, more especially Igbo Biafrans, into their security, terrible, evil security outfits.
Yeah.
In Ebubag, working with Asero Dokobo to take innocent life. And they, in the same vein, will still come back and tell you, Biafrans killing Biafrans. You see why it is important that we do everything humanly possible to get out of this zoological republic.
We must. We have no choice.
If we don't, a time will come when it will be hard for you to see a genuine Biafran anywhere. If we don't get out, a time will come when you will not see anybody who is genuinely standing up and speaking like a Biafran that he or she is supposed to be.
Mazi, do you know that this American issue that we've just talked about now, if it happens that, let's just say that this whole thing, as that man said, is going to get worse moving forward, you just discover that they will come together and organize a referendum to decide peacefully. But because exactly. that is what is expected of human beings. But in Africa, in the zoo, well, Africa to be, they won't. Now, the same people who will do their own peacefully and humanly do it right, they will be engineering because they are the animal zoo, whatever you want to call it. Then they will be engineering them, telling them that they should stay together, that their diversity is their strength. They will be telling them that why they are buying themselves, why they are not moving forward, nothing is working, and they continue to fight among themselves and bring destruction among them instead of doing the right thing. Because the people who are supposed to do that right thing, they are blinded, completely blinded by selfish interest, their benefit, the money they get, and they know that